Do I have everybody's attention now? Listen, YouTube has been attacking me all these months, and now it's finally time. It's finally time. I run this house. I will run this house. YouTube can't stop me. But you know, the thing is, this platform will be better after their creative team is entirely dead. But the fact is, it'll be taken over by their idiotic kids and their idiotic things and the rest of their stupid family. I'm here, and I'm here to destroy YouTube, because I run this house. I don't know what well, that was such a great intro. I hope you enjoyed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, be sure to kick that like button in the jaw. Punch! That's a new reason. Subscribe and face and ring that notification bell. Like the match has started, and yes, I know, I'm wearing a hat today. I am wearing a hat today. It's a Snoopy hat that says, I run this house. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I'm going to be wearing that today because why not? But anyway, today is your weekly dose of wrestling nostalgia, episode 7. And today it's going to be on, if you couldn't tell from the monitor here, we're going to be doing CM Punk's pipe bomb that he did. So, without further ado, this is your weekly dose of wrestling nostalgia. Do I have everybody's attention now? CM Punk asked the live crowd and the television audience on a live audition of Monday Night Raw. That question sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Punk had a few rubs with fame earlier in his career, but always treated as a second-rate superstar. He had been defeated in many high-profile matches and used as a placeholder for other stars to feud with while waiting for their chances to move up the ladder. In the summer of 2011, CM Punk seemed to be on his way out of WWE, but in one interview, everything changed. As Cena was recovering in the ring, Punk marched up to ringside and grabbed a microphone before heading back up the ramp. He took a seat at the top of the ramp and began to cut a sketching promo. He talked about how he has been treating, how his accomplishments seem to go ignored, how broken many barriers, saying things about the WWE chairman Vince McMahon and his family that would expect to result in instant termination of his contract, such as calling his daughter doofus, calling his daughter idiotic, saying his son was a doofus, and saying his family was stupid, and that WWE would be better if he was dead, if Vince McMahon was dead. And everybody knows if you ever said that, most of the time you'd be out of WWE. Not this time. He told the world that his contract was up at midnight after the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view event, even going as far to claim that he was going to win the WWE Championship on that evening and leave the company with the title. The show closed on that evening with the microphone cutting out on Punk, who then began screaming and riling up fans. The following week, Vince McMahon made a rare appearance on Raw and declared that CM Punk had been suspended indefinitely. Punk's scheduled pay-per-view event, John Cena he begged Vince to lift the suspension throughout the show. Cena told Vince that he is not afraid of Punk, and that even if he respected him for standing up for what he believes in, even though he doesn't agree with Punk. By the end of the night, John Cena got his way, largely due to threatening to walk out if Punk wasn't reinstated, and the match was back on. CM Punk came to Raw the following Monday and had a public contract negotiation with Vince McMahon. Punk forced Vince to apologize for suspending him and threw out a list of crazy demands that he would have to meet if he wanted CM Punk to re-sign with the company. Punk wanted to star in movies, take Vince's private jet to every show, and wanted his face on ice cream bars. The negotiations ended when John Cena made his way to the ring and confronted CM Punk, causing Punk to tear up the contract and warn Vince to kiss the WWE Championship goodbye. Mwah. Bye-bye. Vince then informed John Cena that if CM Punk wins the WWE Championship, that he would be out of a job. The next stop would be Money in the Bank. The night of the pay-per-view, Vince tried to negotiate with CM Punk for a new contract, to no avail. Vince reminded Cena that his job was on the line. The match was the main event of the evening. CM Punk made his way to the ring first, his hometown of Chicago giving him a hero's welcome. He soaked up the adoration of the crowd as the commentators were left speechless, expecting the fans to boo CM Punk. John Cena made his way to the ring second, being booed by a hostile crowd who were holding up signs that said, "If Cena wins, we riot." The match was extremely competitive, starting out with neither man able to get the upper hand on the other. Cena landed an early attitude adjustment, but only got a 2 count. CM Punk battled valiantly against the multiple-time WWE champion, but eventually found himself locked in an STF in the center of the ring. It would have been a safe time to count Punk out, but to the surprise of everyone, he managed to reverse the STF into the Anaconda Vice, nearly getting the win before John Cena scurried to the ropes. Punk took control of the match, nailing several hard shots on the champion and getting a few near falls. Cena countered a clothesline attempt into another attitude adjustment, but Punk refused to stay down as Cena picked him up off the mat and was about to hit a third finisher when Punk countered it into the GTS, or the go-to sleep. But a bit of bad luck resulted in Punk countered it into. But a bit of bad luck resulted in him connecting on Cena's chest, knocking him to the floor. Punk looked panicked as he rolled out of the ring and hoisted him back into the ring. Punk was about to slide back in to finish Cena off when he saw Vince McMahon making his way to the ring, accompanied by John Laurinaitis, the executive vice president of talent relations. Punk glared at the two for a moment before shaking his head and rolling back into the ring. Cena made use of the distraction and applied the STF on Punk the moment he got back into the ring. Hoping to screw CM Punk out of the match, but Cena saw when Vince sent John Laurinaitis to go ring the bell and tell the ref that CM Punk tapped out, so we could screw CM Punk, and CM Punk would leave without the title. Cena saw him and broke the hold, sliding out of the ring and leveling Laurinaitis with a right hand. He then told Vince McMahon that he would do this on his own and rolled back into the ring. As soon as Cena stood back up, Punk hoisted him over his head and got good connection on a second GTS, or the go-to sleep, rolling John Cena up and winning the match. The crowd went wild as Vince panicked, grabbing a headset from one of the announcers and calling out for Alberto Del Rio, who had just won a championship contract at the time of his choosing earlier in the night, to come and cash in his chance in right now. Punk looked nervous as he saw Del Rio running to the ring. The moment Del Rio stood up inside the ring, CM Punk kicked him in the head, knocking him unconscious before he could even cash in the championship opportunity. Punk then grabbed the championship belt, hopped onto the barricade at ringside, and then blowed a kiss to a troubled Vince McMahon before leaving through the crowd. A month before these events took place, CM Punk was pinned to put over the champion before quietly riding off into the sunset. As this evening came to a close, CM Punk left the wrestling world with one question: do I have everybody's attention now? And that's all I got for you on that. Before I let you go, I got some audio for you of the Pipebomb, and also I got some audio from the crowd reaction of how they felt. And so yeah, without further ado, this is the Wrestling Nostalgia audio from not only the Pipebomb, but the crowd reaction at Money in the Bank. Here it is. Okay guys, so this is the Pipebomb audio from June 27th, 2011 on Monday Night Raw. In 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Hold on one second.
Steel steps. Look at how quickly Cena gets back in the ring after he shoves R-Truth back in. Cena is ready. Yeah, you see what Cena's got on his mind? Yeah. Look at CM Punk. What doing out here? CM Punk. CM Punk through the table. That attitude adjustment would have put Truth through the table. Cena would have won this match. Whoa. And now Punk and Cena, the #1 contender and the WWE champion, going at it. And look at Truth! Truth puts Cena through a table! Punk has cost Cena the match! This match, R-Truth! You gotta be kidding me! What? R-Truth has defeated the WWE Champion! Thanks to CM Punk getting involved! No disqualification in this type of matchup. R-Truth took advantage. CM Punk. There's really no business out here other than the fact that we don't care what he does right now, I don't think. I hope he's just leaving, but I'm afraid we're going to hear more from Punk.
John Cena, while you lay there, hopefully as uncomfortable as you possibly can be, I want you to listen to me. I want you to digest this, because before I leave in 3 weeks with your WWE Championship, I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. I don't hate you, John. I don't even dislike you. I do like you. I like you a hell of a lot more than I like most people in the back. I hate this idea that you're the best. Because you're not. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. There's one thing you're better better at than I am, and that's kissing Vince McMahon's ass. You're as good as kissing Vince's ass as Hulk Hogan was. I don't know if you're as good as Dwayne, though. He's a pretty good ass kisser. Always was and still is. Oops, I'm breaking the fourth wall. I am the best wrestler in the world. I've been the best ever since day one when I walked into this company, and I've been vilified and hated since that day because Paul Heyman saw something in me that nobody else wanted to admit. That's right, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. You know who else was a Paul Heyman guy? Brock Lesnar. And he's split, just like I'm splitting, but the biggest difference between me and Brock is I'm going to leave with the WWE Championship. I've grabbed so many of Vincent K. McMahon's imaginary brass rings that it's finally dawned on me that they're just that. They're completely imaginary. The only thing that's real is me, and the fact that day in and day out for almost 6 years I have proved to everybody in the world that I am the best on this microphone, in that ring, even at commentary. Nobody can touch me. And yet, no matter how many times I prove it, I'm not on your lovely little collector cups. I'm not on the cover of the program. I'm barely promoted. I don't get to be in movies. I'm certainly not on any crappy show on the USA Network. I'm not on the poster of WrestleMania. I'm not in the signature that's produced at the start of the show. I'm not on Conan O'Brien. I'm not on Jimmy Fallon. But the fact of the matter is I should be. And trust me, this isn't sour grapes. But the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania next year and I'm not makes me sick. Oh, hey, let me get something straight. Those of you who are cheering me right now, you are just the biggest part of me leaving as anything else. Because you're the ones that are sipping out of those collector cups right now. You're the ones that buy those programs that my face isn't on the cover of. And then at 5 in the morning at the airport, you try to shove it in my face so you can get an autograph and try to sell it on eBay because you're too lazy to go get a real job. I'm leaving with the WWE Championship on July 17th, and hell, who knows, maybe I'll go defend it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe I'll go back to Ring of Honor. Hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing? The reason I'm leaving is you people, because after I'm gone, you're still gonna pour money into this company. I'm just a spoke on the wheel. The wheel's gonna keep turning, and I understand that. But Vince McMahon's gonna make money to spite himself. He's a millionaire who should be a billionaire. You know why he's not a billionaire? It's because he surrounds himself with glad-handing, nonsensical yes men like John Laurinaitis, who's gonna tell him everything that he wants to hear. And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's dead, but the fact is, it's gonna get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family. Let me tell you a personal story about Vince McMahon, all right? Do we do this whole bully camp?
Okay, so that was the pipe bomb, and this is when CM Punk defeated John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011 to leave the WWE with the WWE Champion. Obviously, he'd come back a few months later But, you know, with the storyline, obviously, you know, he was leaving with the title. But anyway, this is the audio of the fans in Chicago, and yeah. So without further ado, this is the audio from CM Punk winning the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank 2011. And 3, 2, 1, let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 1 hour and 14 minutes, CM Punk is no longer an employee of WWE. And here comes Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio looking to cash it in. And Punk catches him with a right hand. And CM Punk. Championship. I think he just kissed the WWE goodbye.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to kick that like button and drop. Punch! Now some grace and bring down the notifications bell. Like the match has started. I'll see you guys next time. 2 Sawi. Yep, see you guys next time.